There we go. Alright, now we're live. Oh, now this is almost 30 seconds. It just not popped up. Anyways. For the birds, for the Russians, for the Book of Faces. Right now we're just waiting for this Jack Wagon to get in his chat. Actually, he's already in his chat. But obviously, he gets... And he's not actually started the music yet. Normally by now the music that is god-awful would have started. But while we wait for his music...
In my opinion, right now is much better now that I've become a more open-minded person. So, Dope Boy KG could be the dumbest person in a while in a stream. He just says, "You're complaining about not having enough money, yet you don't want to change." What do you not understand? I make a lot of money doing what I do. My problem is not the amount of money I'm making; it's the amount of debt I have, and I've accumulated over the years because of things that have been fucked up that have happened to me.
Debt that I have? Like, why the fuck does he always do that upward inflection? It is so annoying. Wrong song, yeah. And in fact, I already have it up and ready to go. Watch this. You see that? I already got it up and ready to go. His begging at the end of, what you call it? Subnautica. He literally goes on. He didn't upload. If it weren't for Mr. Hood stuff, I wouldn't have this video. Shout out to Mr. Hood stuff. In fact, so now I realize something. I'm not subscribed to him. Subscribe. Thumbs up. But yes. At the end of Subnautica, mind you, he only plays Subnautica for an hour. His late streams are usually 3 to 4 hours, and he plays Subnautica for an hour. The rest of it was literally him begging. He ended the game, zoomed in the camera, and begged his fans. I don't get it. What's up, y'all? You're in the chat. Start the fucking stream. Well, until he starts, let's watch the video.
That is it for Subnautica. However, the stream is not ending.
Stream's not ending because I'm going to beg.
Hang out with some of you guys for a little bit.
And again, he did not upload this to YouTube. If it weren't for Mr. Huth stuff, we would not have this.
Hey, by the way, Jack Spartacus reminded me I can pick the stasis rifle as well. You're right. Subnautica, I will play it again this coming week. Another chill stream, another Subnautica stream coming up at some point. All right, fair enough.
Hey, Fishman, Allison, Amy.
Thanks to everyone who did choose during that time period. I appreciate it. At this point, it's a 9 p.m. on the 28th of February. So what I like to do is do a little bit of conversation with all of you tonight. Actually, I don't know if I can make my camera full screen or not. Hold on. I mean, kind of.
Professional.
Here, let me do this. My hair's all screwed up, of course. Nothing I can do about that.
And again, he did not upload this to YouTube. This was for his Twitch people only. Thank you, Mr. Health Stuff.
My hair's going to be screwed up no matter what. What can I do, right?
I need that money to pay my bills.
Alright, so. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? I could chill with you guys for like an hour. If I feel like an hour, it depends on how this goes.
So 9 o'clock his time would be midnight Eastern time.
I don't have much going on. I guess I'll turn off my PS4. Ah, shit, I shouldn't have done that because I should have... You know what? I will download Toe Jam and Earl while we're talking. How about that? That'll make sense.
Wow, he's going to do something that actually makes sense. Wow.
Turn the pre and PS4 back on. Roger Fan wants to know what was my favorite part of Persona 5. Tough question because a lot that I like about the game, the plot itself and the character design and the
dude, stop
characters
the
are
rocking.
interesting. There's so many of them in your party. how each character has their own specific dungeon, and the dungeons were much improved.
Oh, dude, send it if you got it.
Turn-based combat was much improved. I mean, there's a lot.
Snort. Stare at his phone.
PS4 won't even turn on now. Hold on. Nothing is easy tonight. Everything is like a task, a chore.
Be right back. You guys watch this. We'll wait for him to start his own stream, dumbass.
Yes, it's turning on. Infinite just gifted a sub to Ratchet Fan. Thank you, Infinite, again. Ratchet Fan, congrats. 2-Bar King just did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you, 2-Bar King. I got a Pro. Yeah, I've had a PS4 Pro since last August. Someone donated it to me. Thank God, because my old PS4 that thing was on its last legs. It was having so many issues. Seriously, it was having like tons of issues.
Because you don't clean anything, so it was filled with dust.
All right. Would I ever go skydiving? Hell no. Nope. Number one, I'm afraid of heights. I know it's an irrational fear, but I am still afraid of heights. And
that is terrifying.
I don't take crazy risks like that, you know. Toe Jam and Earl back in the groove. Here it is. $20, not bad. $20. We're sorry, this product cannot be purchased at this time. I can't buy it.
No, he's still just chilling.
I'll check the trailer later tonight when
he's talking to people in his chat, but he's not actually doing anything.
Wow. Cannot.
He's waiting for Turbo Jam and Earl to download, apparently. From the looks of it.
Oh my god.
Oh hey, I just realized.
Okay.
1 second.
Did I claim the PS4 Pro on my taxes? You cannot claim it because I didn't spend money on it, so I can't claim it on my taxes. No.
Turn that on.
I cannot claim it as an expense. Does the Pro put out more frames per second? In general, I've noticed some games run really well on the Pro. Some just still run at 30 frames per second. The thing is, I've never directly compared my regular PS4 to the Pro to say, oh yeah, on the PS4, regular PS4, it was like 25 frames, and on this one, it's like 45. So I couldn't really answer that, but in general, I would say, yeah, it probably does run stuff better.
He has so many nervous tics.
Excuse me.
The snorting, the the throat clearing, the chewing on his fingers, sipping his fingers, picking his nose, like... These are all multiple nervous tics he has. I was like, and I thought I was bad at first in front of a camera.
For dinner tonight, I
was nervous, but man, I was bad as him.
And chicken noodle soup. It was just mixed greens. It was like lettuce and carrots and cabbage, red cabbage, and I did fat-free Italian dressing, a few croutons, and a little bit of shredded cheddar cheese mixed together, and healthy chicken noodle soup, not like Campbell's salty ass. It was like fresh. Chicken noodle soup made by my local supermarket. So that was my dinner tonight.
It's healthy, dude. I swear.
Yes, I am absolutely passing on Dead or Alive 6. I'm not going to play it. I explained it on my pre-stream earlier today, but I'll explain it now very quickly. Number one, I don't think it's a game that's going to have legs. I think it's a game that I would just play the campaign and maybe the multiplayer once or twice, and then I wouldn't ever play it again. So I don't think that it's worth buying. And number two, Mortal Kombat 11 is coming out in April. That's going to be the hype game. Like, everyone will completely drop Dead or Alive 6 and never touch it again once that's out, so there's no point.
Snort.
The Hopper says, I've ever thought about getting workout equipment or hitting the gym to get exercise after the streams. Yes, but in reality, there's no time. Like, just to give you guys some perspective here, all right? This is purely being honest with all of you.
Snort.
Woke up this morning, washed up, used the restroom, went downstairs with Kat.
Jerked off massively on live stream.
And, did our morning stuff. Kat had a cup of coffee. And, I had just some water, I think. Some mornings I'm hungry enough, I'll have breakfast. Some mornings I won't. Basically spent like 20 minutes with her. Talked about the day.
60 frames per second is just...
Came up here, got started with work. Got
like when it drops down to like 12 frames per second, yeah, you can notice, but...
From 10 o'clock in the
anything
morning
30 or up is good.
4 p.m. By the time I was out of here, she was already gone to go to work. So what did I do? I went downstairs.
You're only 10 minutes
made
late.
Dinner, made a salad.
And he's even later.
Soup,
He hasn't even started his music yet.
Cleaned up, washed everything, cleaned up the house a little bit downstairs. Today was garbage day, so I had to bring out.
He's just chilling like a villain, waiting for whatever to download. Let's see, where was his last message?
And by then there was like maybe
this is Toe Jam Neuro message.
25, 30 minutes.
So he's sitting there, but he's not even playing the music.
So I watched a little bit of SmackDown from earlier this week that I didn't get a chance to watch. So I watched a little bit of that. Then it was time to come back up here, back to work. Here I am on stream. And
so yeah,
I'll be
I'm playing the video from Mr. Huff from his begging last night.
See what I mean? Like, my day is work, with very little downtime.
You don't work. You sit on your ass and you play video games.
It's
what I do for fun.
I usually like 11 p.m. my time is when my relaxation time comes into play. That's not the time to be working out. You know what I mean? That's when you're supposed to be going into down mode. And it sucks. Like, I wish I had this lifestyle.
Gross,
I wish this lifestyle
that
I have because of my job
Mary Saifo
allowed me to have an active lifestyle. It doesn't.
How you doing today, everybody?
The week that I get a ton of exercise is when Kat and I have our day off. We go out and we're like hitting up the town. We're going.
You're walking around.
We got to do errands in the morning. We quickly do them. We go around doing the stuff we need to do. So it's just moving.
You do grocery shopping.
Walking. You're trying to get physical
you worthless
activity.
Piece of
Sometimes
shit.
we just go to the mall just to go to the mall and walk around. We don't even spend money or buy anything. We just do it to get exercise, you know?
No.
So my days off are my days when I get strenuous physical activity in. And actually, it's true, by the time that I get home, because usually we go out like 10 in the morning. We don't come back till like 8, 9 o'clock at night. I'm like dead tired because I'm not used to strenuous activity like that, you know?
You're not used to walking around a mall.
The reason I say that is there's really
old people do that for exercise,
no
like
empty space
the elderly.
Put stuff. People are like, you have this giant house, and I'm like, well, in reality, we have a house, but there's a lot in it. You know, the laundry room is full of shit to wash laundry. The dining room has a giant dining room table that takes up all the space. The living room has a giant couch. There's not like an empty room in this house where there's tons of room for anything.
4 bed, 3.5 bath.
In
but
reality,
it's all filled with crap.
Like
well, so you have your bedroom,
gym,
your office, Cat's office. Oh, what's that extra bedroom filled with?
But
crap that you spent money on.
I don't have the time to do it. And 9 times out of 10, when it's time for me to actually have some free time, Cat's at work with the car. So I couldn't even go if I wanted to.
Uber.
So it sucks.
Lyft. Taxis. Walking.
Can I afford to stream less? No. Freddie Bosley, I'm barely making ends meet doing what I'm doing now. Barely. I told you, my account gets overdrawn now on a monthly basis.
You got $20,000. You better shut the fuck up about that.
I cannot stream more. I can't stream less.
Yeah, you can put excess equipment in his garage.
Flop Tart tipped me $3.
He has a huge garage.
Something about being banned and wants an unbanned, but doesn't give their name, and I know nothing about it. You're contacting the wrong person at the wrong time. Sorry.
Yeah, I would say if Cat's actually there, he might be okay, but if Cat's not there, he'll die in his sleep.
Working out. Oh my god.
Gin bottle in one hand.
Working out instead of playing a game.
Dick in the other.
It's disgusting.
Pass out on the couch, never wake up, and never be found.
Fucking sweating. Plus, how do you think I'm going to stream me working out? How am I going to get a camera into the fucking room? What are you talking about?
Stared. You see, it's his nervous tick of him chewing on his fingers, although my head's kind of in the way. Yeah. He's just sitting there.
How many push-ups can I do? How the fuck would I know? You know, the last time I did push-ups was in the 2000s.
It is the 2000s. It'll be the 2000s until, well, the 3000s.
Why don't you get a real job? Well, because a real job pays less than what I make, dummy. That's why. This is a real job. In fact, this is one of the most fucking real jobs there is, because it's a...
First of all, it can be, if you treat it like a job, if you show up on time. Mind you, he hasn't even started his fucking music yet. God damn it. Wrong button. We don't even have the music yet. So he's still talking. He's still in the chat. He's talking to his fans in chat. Why the fuck? He hasn't even started the music yet. I've made sure to unmute it. Oh. I'll grab a commercial. I wanted to say just in case, like if I refresh it, maybe the music would start, but now I got a commercial. What is this game for? Oh, the Division. Yeah.
Buy Xbox One, get the Division 2.
Okay, now the music started. Okay, but that music is trash, so we're gonna go back to the video.
A ton of work, and it's a ton of micromanagement, and it's a ton of stress. This is definitely a real fucking job that I've done since 2011. Don't tell me something that I've done for a living for almost 10 years is not a real job. That's just ignorance.
Like the way PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye do it, like the way they do it, it is a job. The way he does it, it is not. Silence. Dead air. Fuck this. Normal speed? Nah.
What do I think of the quote, true knowledge is knowing that you know nothing? I mean, for me, see, I wouldn't agree with that quote 100%. I would say true knowledge is knowing that you don't know everything. That's what I think.
But you know nothing.
You are so, you know everything, you know better than everyone else. If you go through life with an open mind to see other people's perspectives and or see a bigger picture when it comes to stuff, you're going to have a much better life than someone who's just like a pig-headed person who's stubborn. That's how I used to be, and my life, in my opinion,
Still
right now
are.
is much better now that I've become a more open-minded person, so.
No, you're not.
Ugh. Boy, Dope Boy KG could be the dumbest person in a while in a stream. He just says, you're complaining about not having enough money, you don't want to change. What do you not understand? I make a lot of money doing what I do. My problem is not the amount of money I'm making, it's the amount of debt I have, and I've accumulated over the years because of things that have been fucked up that have happened to me. I make more money now than I ever made before I ever did this for a living, period. So, you are an idiot. You are a moron. If I quit this job to go do something else, I would make dramatically less money doing the new job. So, why would I
make way more money.
Get a different job?
Also,
Stop
give me
being
more
stupid.
money so I can make more money because I'm broke.
God.
Give me more money.
Coco HD cheers, and maybe you can wake up earlier and go to the gym or go for a walk for an hour and then get ready for the main stream. Well, thing is, I now get up roughly, on average, around 9 a.m. I usually go to sleep around 2. And you might say, why so late? It's because Kat works late. She usually doesn't get out of work between 11 and 12 p.m. She gets home then, and that's when we spend like 1 or 2 hours together before we go to sleep. It's the most time we have together all day. So I can't go to sleep earlier. I go to sleep late. Now, if you're telling me I'm going to go to bed at 2, wake up at 6 in the morning to go to work out, you see what I mean? It's not going to work.
Well, then go to bed earlier.
Slapdart tipped me $3.
Shit.
He says, Slapdart is my name, that is my username. I want to participate. Well, I can see what happened. Hold on. The new user commands that are now available on Twitch allow us to bring up logs and to figure out why someone got banned. You were banned on the 13th. Let's see why. We're going to do live. Here we go. Well, let's see. The two things that you said in the stream chat, Sloptart. First was, when can we see your jerk-off clip? And the second thing you said was, look here, look, listen, a meme of someone else. So, I know why you got banned, because you're a fucking idiot. That's why. Now, if you want to publicly apologize for what you did to get banned, of the two things you ever said in the chat were both stupid shit, and you apologize and say you'll never do it again, maybe I'll consider unbanning you and giving you a second chance.
As long as you give me more money.
I guess he didn't think that I was going to look that up live on stream. Judicious Echoes just did 1,000-bit cheers, and an occasional post-stream sounds great, especially for March, going into tax season. I hear you.
Hey, Goober.
When I can do it.
How you been, man? Haven't seen you in a while.
I could have went longer with the game. I don't want to. Like, I think 2 hours was good enough for Subnautica. I'm just enjoying just relaxing and talking with you guys. For
but you didn't play for 2 hours.
Even when I can do this.
It was literally an hour.
I will. And you're right. Maybe it'll be a great opportunity for a little bit of extra fundraising or whatever, because I need it, okay? Which, by the way, before we adjourn tonight, I will explain a little bit about March. I'll talk about this on streams tomorrow, too. But basically, some things are going to be more supportive than others in March, okay? Hello, everyone. Dark. The King in Yellow wants me to look up the ban chat logs whenever someone has to get unbanned.
See,
sure, why not?
You can see where I watched last time. I didn't watch this part because this wasn't up yet.
You know what I mean? Now I don't mind doing it.
So it wasn't even. It still wasn't 2 hours. It's just under 2 hours.
This is great. I hear you.
You can see the red bar where I was looking for his begging thing, but he didn't have it.
Yes.
That great internet of his, though, he got it up in time, right?
Red Fan says, what's your favorite Dark Souls game? It's still Dark Souls 1. Still.
Who is he done?
Still my favorite. Alrighty, everybody. What is going on?
Oh, his pre-stream is finally starting. Only 23 minutes late.
Welcome, my friends.
Save the pig.
Who is that? Today is Friday. That's right. It's Friday, and it is March. The beginning of March. Ladies and gentlemen. March has begun. And
yep, I got the...
You know what
that's what I was just watching. I was waiting for him to start his pre-stream. So we're watching that, but now he's finally started. Finally.
This month, which is a good thing.
How Hi, Agent Proper. Hi,
Maybe
Choco
some
Smoke.
special
Hi,
events are
Brock.
coming up
Hey,
this
Barstool.
month.
Okay, everybody.
This month is a super important month for me in my entire life, quite frankly.
Snort.
We're going to talk about all these things on the pre-stream, okay? But today's March 1st, 2019, and it is time for new stuff, which is cool. It's always cool to be able to start new stuff on a new month and feel refreshed and renewed. And the cool thing is it's the weekend as well. So many of you, are going to get time away from work or school or whatever and be able to tune in for all the new festivities and fun that we're going to have on the stream this weekend. Okay? So,
Goddamn.
all that being said, everybody, welcome to today's first of two gameplay streams.
Yesterday's counter was off the charts.
And I welcome you. What are we up to today? Today we're doing some pretty interesting stuff in a new game that just came out overnight. It is a throwback to a game that used to be incredibly popular on the Sega Genesis and Sega Master System in the early 1990s called Toe Jam and Earl. Now, I do believe that Toe Jam and Earl had sequels. I think there are two or three. I think there was 3 of these games. Don't quote me on that. But back in the day, Toe Jam and Earl was one of the franchises that was exclusive to Sega consoles that was incredibly popular at the time. And I never played it, but I always knew about it from reading magazines. I used to read EGM, Game Pro, and Game Informer. And when I would read these, they would always talk about Toe Jam and Earl and how it was one of the best games ever for the Sega, and you should play it. It's a must-play. I never played it. Okay, so I don't really know much about it. I'll be very honest with all of you. I've seen pictures of it. I've never seen anyone play the game, but I've seen pictures of it, and I've heard good things about it.
Zero research, as always.
In 2019, over 20 years later, we've got a new Toe Jam and Earl game that just came out for modern consoles. I mean, wow. It is a discounted game. It's only $20. So I guess we're going to see how this goes. I really have no idea what to expect. It was funny because just a few minutes ago on the pre-streams in this chat, someone said, Phil,
I've never played any of those, so
this game. I'm like, I don't know what to expect. This is a game that I have no I
don't think it'd be entertaining though.
Of what it's going to be. What the game is going to be. If anything, if it ends up not being so good to me, it was only $20. So at least it wasn't like, wow, I dropped a full $60 on a retail release that ended up being a dud. You know what I mean?
And by dud he means he doesn't make all the money.
I guess we'll see how this goes.
He could hate the game.
I don't know what style
more than any game in history.
I don't know anything.
But if you made $500, he'd keep playing it.
100% honest reactions to something I've never experienced before. It should be quite interesting. Okay. So this is going to be my first gameplay stream for today. We're going to give it a go.
I've voice acted visual novels with games before, like when I was doing a Lucid 9 incident report.
Overnight. It's a racing game. I don't think it's a racing game. Someone just said that in stream chat. So that'll be now. Now tonight I am doing a second
PS4
stream.
you can live stream just by hitting the share button.
For Blackout Battle Royale gameplay.
You don't need to do what he does.
About that. Reason being, I do enjoy the Battle Royale stuff. I think it's a lot of fun. And
by fun he means he makes money.
As you know, I've been doing a lot of streams that I've categorized as chill streams lately. That really haven't been so chill. Like I played Subnautica last night. That really wasn't very chill because it was very stressful with me all the stuff I had to do to survive and everything. I've been doing a lot of Tetris 99, and honestly, that wasn't very chill. Reason being, it's very attention demanding to say the least. You can't just play the game and relax. You have to sit there and be like hyper focused on the game. So really, the last couple of days, in fact, this whole week pretty much, I haven't really had opportunity to just do like a more relaxing stream with all of you.
I.e. sit in a bathroom for 20 minutes while everyone else gets killed in a Battle Royale game.
Because, as we know, Blackout is a game where there's a lot of downtime to just run around and
get people need to stop giving them
fields
money.
Or whatever and head to the final area. There'll be tons of opportunity for interaction. Okay? So it should be pretty good. Hold on one second. My nose is bothering me. I'm going to blow it very quickly. I'll be right back in a few seconds.
This is weird because, like, yesterday he didn't snort once. He did a lot of ums, but he didn't snort once. Now he's actually going to blow his nose. He doesn't do this. Maybe Cat yelled at him like, hey, asshole, people don't like you snorting, so fucking stop it. Forget the goatee. Do the full thing. Then if you want, you can trim it down. Dead air. Yeah, it's almost like he's realized, or I'm guessing Cat yelled at him like, "Hey, asshole. If you don't make me more money, I'm going to leave you, so stop the snorting."
All right, guys. So, coming back here. So tonight, the return of Blackout. It should be fun. Around 2 hours of Battle Royal fun tonight. And I hope you'll join me. Okay? Now, tomorrow is Saturday. And I am doing a full day of streaming. That's going to be determined by you, the viewers. All right? So listen up. Here's the deal. Tomorrow, it's going to be all about what did you like more this week? Because if you remember, earlier this week, I started Shenmue 2. I played it for around 8 hours, and I'm roughly about halfway through the game so far. Okay? So, it's going to be, what did you like better, Shenmue 2, or after today's stream, did you like Toe Jam and Earl better? And based off of your feedback, that's what's going to be my main stream tomorrow. In fact, tonight, I may even put a poll up on my Twitter, which do you like better, Shenmue 2 or
And it doesn't matter
Earl?
which one wins the
on your
poll, because
feedback,
he'll do executive
that will be
decision
the
and
main
override it,
game
as
for
always.
Tomorrow night, Saturday night, the late stream will be the return of Minecraft. First time in a week. I'm not sure what we'll be doing. At this point, we're kind of getting down to the point where it's either just massive home improvements for the sake of doing them, which last time I did a big home expansion, which ended up being very productive and very nice looking too. Or maybe we'll do some crazy stuff and try to go into the Nether again and do that. I don't know. But that should be fun. And I hope you'll join me for that tomorrow night.
Blowing his
Sunday
nose
will be
didn't
the
help.
return of Apex Legends Co-op. So for those who like the Apex Legends Co-op stuff, this is your opportunity. Jump on a fun stream. All right? And it should be a good time. Hope that you'll join me for that on Sunday. It'll be Brian and Kekken returning for most of the stream. Brian usually has to leave a tiny bit early, so we'll maybe have opportunity for like an hour for someone else to jump in if they wish to co-op with myself and Kekken. All right? And then on Sunday night, for now, I'm leaving it open. Reason being, I just want to kind of leave an open night and say, gee, I don't know what I want to do that night. Maybe I want to do some Dark Souls. Maybe I want to do some more chill stuff. Like maybe I really enjoy Blackout. I want to play another session of Blackout. Maybe I want to do some Call of Duty multiplayer. Or maybe I want to do something completely crazy and try to play like Street Fighter 3 Third Strike online in the Street Fighter Anniversary Collection and see if I can find anyone. I don't know.
God damn
I'm
it.
leaving it completely open Sunday night just to see what I feel like. And I'll just do a random stream, I guess. Okay? Then on Monday, it's my day off. So my day off for the week. Then I'll be back on Tuesday.
I have no
on with
money.
Toe
I'm going to
Jam
lose
and
my
Earl
house.
Shenmue 2.
Takes the day off. Still.
And this week, I'll be continuing on with those games for 3 days. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Balancing
Exactly,
those with
whichever one
chill
makes more
stuff.
money.
And then on Friday will be the big release of Devil May Cry 5, which everyone's excited for. I'm excited for.
No, you're
It should
not.
Be a good time.
You hate those games.
Okay? Alrighty then.
Oh, if only I could get to the front page. Will never happen.
So, that is the deal. That's what you can expect for the next week or so. I hope you're pleased with that schedule.
Only like 12
A
people
few
out on the front
reminders,
page,
this
and I'm not
month
one of those
is a
12,
big
sad
month.
face.
Number one, at some point, I'll be doing the retrospective event, which will be a day marathon-style event where we'll be just going back and watching stuff from my 10-year history. Yes,
Be a
there will
decent
vlogs in
person?
there.
Tell the
But at
truth,
the same
Rob
time,
Slavin,
there
what
will
kind
also
of
be,
world are you living in?
Some gameplay footage and the like. People are going to be nominating their favorite moments from my 10 years as a content creator on my forums. And I'm going to take those nominations and pair it with things that I think are also good and things that you guys recommend in the stream chat. So that's going to be a really fun event.
He's excited for hopefully
There's
a game that will
also
come in
going
and
to be
save the
A
channel.
marathon.
Please let this
to
game be the
attempt
game that
to
saves
help
my
to fundraise
channel.
For
It
my
won't
tax
be.
problem coming up in April.
They
All
never
right?
will be.
It'll be a fun event that's going to be mostly positive. What I'm going to try to do is basically create a regimen of games that I know I'm going to enjoy and have a lot of fun with. Things that when I play them, you guys also enjoy tons. And a lot of opportunity for interaction because I really
Interaction.
feel like if I'm going
Give
to try
me
to
money.
raise funds for a special
Money, money,
reason,
money.
interaction is going to be key. So games that have a lot of opportunity for me to talk to you guys and stuff. You see what I mean? At the same time,
That'd be great to see him tell the truth for 10 seconds.
maybe some.
Like, you can ask him one question, he has to tell the truth.
We'll see. I'm still.
How
planning
much
that
debt
event.
are you really
All right,
in?
I am. I'm still planning that event, and I will let you guys know. As we get closer
Yeah,
to it.
if you could ask him one question that he had to tell the truth,
what exactly it entails.
what would it
and what's
be?
gonna happen with
Mine
it.
would obviously be,
Okay?
how much debt
Also,
do
Ask
you
the King will be
actually
this month.
owe?
So there's a lot of special stuff this month paired with all the new releases. Some of the new releases coming up in March. Devil May Cry 5.
Terrible
I've already
game views.
mentioned. One Piece World Seeker. Sekiro and The Sunken City.
Sekiro.
4 high-profile new releases. The Sunken City, not so much, but it seems like it's an interesting game that I'm interested in. I also believe the final episode of The Walking Dead ever, the conclusion of the game, is coming out on the 26th. So there's a lot going on in March. It should be a fun balance between.
There's even
chill
more
stuff,
going on
new
in late
releases,
April, so I can't visit
and
my
other kind of
parents
fun
late
stuff.
April
So
because
it
there's
should be
games
good,
coming out in
okay?
late April. Games take priority over my dying
All right.
parents. Like, are you
So-
fucking crazy?
All that being said, guys, thank you. Hope you guys are looking forward to the new month. Time for me to be very matter of fact and honest with all of you. All right.
Honest with all of you, I
this
swear
month,
this
things are a
time.
little different, and pretty much it's one of the most important months I've ever had being a content creator. Dependent on how I do this month, meaning how many viewers I have, how much I raise on each stream, etc., this could make or break me and my future. All right.
What kind of
I
game
need to
store?
raise a
It's on
large
like
amount
video
of funds in a
games,
short amount of
board
time. I only
games,
have till
card
about the middle of
games,
April
comic shop
to
style,
raise
what?
as much money as possible to pay taxes.
Yeah, he
okay?
just blew his nose according
Now,
to him.
In reality, am I expecting that I'm going to raise enough funds to pay the taxes completely? Probably not. I'm hoping that at least I can raise enough, extra in addition to what I usually do.
It's not a fundraiser. I'm
pay
just
off
trying to
as much
raise
as I
funds.
And
Because
not
it
leave me
says
with a
fundraiser,
ginormous
he'll get in
amount of
trouble.
debt that has to become a lien on my house or a payment plan.
I wonder
over
if I
the
can
next year
report
that
his
I can't
ass.
afford. In reality, this could be the end of me living here, and this is not exaggeration. I may have to sell my house if it ends up being a horrendous situation here where I can't afford stuff.
Why can I not report
I
this
hope it
jackass?
doesn't come to that. I really do. I hope it does not come to that.
Ahem.
But all that being said, all right, this month, your contributions are going to be very important. Whatever you guys choose to contribute,
No.
all right?
It's
All right,
gotta be
whatever
tips.
you guys choose to contribute, please, consider contributing this month. Now, allow me to explain what I mean by that. Because this month, because we are trying to raise funds in a short period of time,
He's doing
it
fucking
means that there are
goddamn.
going to be particular ways that you can contribute that are going to help more than others. Being very honest and matter of fact.
How do you
with
report
that,
this
all right?
jackass?
All right, ready?
Fuck it.
In the month of March, the absolute best ways that you can contribute and help
How do
me
you
out are
report
as
someone
follows.
on Twitch?
Number one, you can still pledge to my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil. That still helps right away. It's still something that, it's going to help me, okay? And keep in mind, when you pledge to my Patreon, you get perks. For example, people who just pledged in February are going to be nominating for the things that we're going to be looking at in the retrospective event. They're also going to get some of their
I
questions
can
answered
see
on
it.
Ask the King, and some of them are probably going to be getting private Q&A videos made. So that's just an idea of some of the perks, things you can earn
Let's
for pledging to my
see.
Patreon. All right, so please give it a look. Patreon.com/DarkSidePhil. You can also, go ahead and check out my Teespring shop. All right, my Teespring shop sells all kind of fun merch: t-shirts, sweatshirts, stickers, mugs, hoodies, all kinds of things. That, again, if you buy something from my Teespring shop, that will help me
Oh
directly.
no, so it's not really
with
saying
my-
bits, though.
my,
It's saying tips.
efforts this month. Okay.
Shit. Oh, hey, hello, ladies.
Also, you can tip me during the live stream, or you could just tip me in
That
general.
shouldn't
The
matter.
tips link that I use is
Which
live
one would work
24/7.
better?
I think a lot of people don't realize this.
The
They say, "Oh,
bits
I
acceptable
wanna wait for
or
someone to stream and tip
scam?
them." You don't have to. Some people watch videos on YouTube
God damn it, another
exclusively.
fucking
Like,
snort.
they don't watch my live streams. They only watch my archives on YouTube. If you tip me on YouTube, I get that it helps, okay? The tips link works, even when I'm not on stream. So those are the 3 primary ways if you want to contribute this month that'll help. Either pledging to my Patreon, buying something for my Teespring, or tipping me during the streams, all right? I still appreciate all
Fuck
other
it.
contributions.
It's not gonna do
If
anything,
you'd like
obviously,
to cheer
but
or sub this month, that's great. That will help me long term. But right now, I have a month and a half to raise as much as I can for my taxes. I need to raise as
Sorry,
much
ladies.
as I can. So the preferred methods are those 3. All right.
And then start
if you
counters
don't
up
know
to
how to
that.
tip, there's 2 ways to do it. You can either look below the stream. There's a button that says tips jar that you can click on.
There we
or
go.
if you don't see the button, you can just type !tip into the stream chat. Okay. That will bring up a link that allows you to tip me.
Ludes, because provided by
You can be
Kasune.
anonymous, or you can leave your name in a message. All right. This is basically make or break time at this point. I have to see how much I can actually raise
Funko Pops is where it's at,
this
dude.
month.
Sell
and go
Funko
from
Pops.
there,
Make all the
all
money.
right? You know what? I'm sorry, Lawler Mittens. What you just did is incredibly insulting to me. And even if you didn't admit it, He says, if you want me to donate, you have to make it worthwhile. Put some effort into what you're offering. Oh, you mean like the fact that for the last 10 years, I've sacrificed pretty much everything, including personal relationships, you know, health and everything else.
Did he just admit that he
put out free content for you on a daily
Oh
basis?
my
The fact that
God.
every single day I stream around, you know, 10 plus hours, and I don't really get days off besides once a week to spend with Kat, and I don't take time away, and even when I'm sick, I tough through it. You mean that? You mean the over 50 to 60,000 videos that I've put out for free on the internet? The fact that I'm here every single day,
Except for his
one of the most
days off.
dedicated guys doing this. You mean that? Is that what you mean? Because I can't go any further than that. You know, it's ridiculous when people say stupid.
Could
shit
stream
like
longer.
It's incredibly insulting.
could stream
Oh,
more.
why don't you do something?
Stop
for
taking
it?
days
'Cause
off.
I don't, right? I don't do anything. Get the fuck out of here. Seriously, it's just such a insanely off base, disrespectful comment to someone who's busted their ass as much as I have over the last decade. You know, seriously, that's just fucked up. Okay, so thanks for nothing. Thanks for being insulting. That's the whole point I'm trying to make here, is that I've really busted my ass.
You've
to
done
be here for you guys
nothing.
and put out content. And by the way, it goes both ways. You guys have gone out of your way to support me and allow me to be here, and I'm appreciative of that. Right now is pretty much the biggest, most dire.
But he would
situation
his
I've ever been in.
Twitch
I
bitch
don't
would
want to leave
warn
my
him.
house this year.
Don't do any live streaming
After all
on
the
Twitch
work
for the
I've
next
put into
48
it,
hours. They're
this
gonna
is
get
not
you.
fair, and I want to get through this situation. All right. So any help that you guys can lend is appreciated. In particular, this month, Patreon, Teespring, or tipping are the best ways to contribute. If you do still want to do other methods like cheering or subbing, those are great. They still help me, and you know those are more long term. But as for directly right now helping with the short term issue with the taxes, please do the methods that I mentioned. Okay? All right, there you go. All right. So that was basically the plugs segment. Now we can get to the shout out segment, okay? So let me go ahead and let's go ahead and do some shout outs, shall we? All right. So first of all, there were a lot of people actually who contributed overnight, and obviously I want to give those people credit for their contributions, right? Alrighty, here we go. We start off with Genetic Gamer, who cheered. He says, do you think you could convert your detractors into fans? I've noticed that most detractors only have one or two major issues with you. There's no way I can do that. It's up to them. Okay? Really. It's up to them.
Exactly, Agent Proper. I work a
up to them
full-time
to
job,
open
5
their
8-hour
eyes
shifts.
and to realize
Plus I do this. Plus I
that
write. And also,
the
guess what?
stuff
I hang out with
that's said about
friends.
me isn't
Went to the Funny
necessarily
Bone Comedy
100%
Club
true.
just last week with a
It
friend.
may be
To
based
see a
on
couple
factoids
comedians.
or nuggets of
And I already got
truth
tickets to
in
see
the past,
Jason Mewes.
but
Jason
usually
Mewes, guy who
most
plays
of the
Jane
standard
Jane
stuff
Silent
said
Bob
about me
movies, is
is
going to be there
bullshit.
April 10th.
Um,
Guess who's already got his
but
ticket
it's more
ordered?
mean to just
I'm going to go see
believe
Jay
everything
from Jane
said
Silent
about Phil,
Bob.
including some of the most ridiculous fucking things you've ever heard in your life, like Phil's flying to the Cayman Islands this summer. And
We've never said
Phil
that.
has an escort that he pays for, and all like insane shit.
We did say you were flying an
Okay,
escort, but it
just
turns out
like
it wasn't an escort. It was your
crazy
girlfriend.
talk at
So
this
you
point.
were flying someone in.
They have to see through that for themselves. A lot of people who used to really basically be hardcore haters of mine.
Hey,
have
Logo
come out over
Slam.
the years and
And
come
Big
and
Ed.
apologized and said, you know, I realized how immature I was back then. I was really stupid. I believed everything. And now that I'm older and more mature, I've come back and I watch your stuff and I realize you're just a normal guy. You're just hanging out and having fun and sharing your passion with games for people.
And
on
being a
daily
piece of
basis,
shit.
And it's really nice. And I like it. And, you know, sorry. And I appreciate that stuff, you know. I definitely like that. That people, you know, realize over the years that all that nonsense against me was a meme for the sake of getting attention for others rather than actually, you know, being truthful. But it is what it is. And
Your entire
I
existence
love
is
what
a
I do.
meme.
And that's why I just keep doing it, you know. I don't know. I couldn't go out of my way to convert people who hate me. Because the bottom line is, if you hate on someone irrationally, which most of them do,
Hey, Secret.
it doesn't matter how much rationale you prove or how much reason you employ, they're still going to hate you. Most of the people who don't like me, if you actually talk to them, you'll realize that it's irrational. It's not based
Semi-alarm for
on
12:30.
one factual thing that I
Get
do
out
that
of
they hate.
bed,
It's
like,
based on
I don't wanna get up,
quality of
but I
belief
gotta.
of things that I've done that they can't get out of. A lot of these people actually joined a community that dislikes me for the sake
Local
of
slam with the
feeling
pups.
welcomed. Oh, let's collectively hate on this guy and slander him, and then I feel like I belong to a
I
part
was saying the
of
majority of his
something
detractors
versus actually
have full-time
having
jobs.
facts.
They just do this for fun.
So, it is what it is. It is what it is. So, I'm not concerned about it. A lot of people say, why don't I waste all my time? Why don't I talk to these guys? Why don't I do that? There's no point. For me, the best course of action is to just focus on the positive and make fun streams every day. So, Golden Colts at 100-bit cheer. It says, happy March, only 20 more days of winter. That is true. Winter is fast approaching its conclusion.
The Ides of March are
in
coming.
Washington State,
Ides
the
of
last week,
March,
it's
just
actually
as
warmed up a
GGG
little bit.
called
The nights are
it.
still cold. The days, we've had pure sun.
So you can't talk to him at all. You can't DM him because he's already got you
I've had
blocked.
to open my window in the office and turn on the fan because
Everything-
it actually gets so stuffy in here during the afternoon when the sun is hitting the office. I need to do that to breathe. So,
What a
Nice, and the
bitch.
Golden Colts did another.
It gets so
140
hot and
cheer another
stuffy in here, I'm gonna
95 bitch. Thank you very
die.
much. Why'd you bite mommy cheer? He says, Subnautica's tedious. I missed the bonus stream you did last night. Good luck with your taxes. Raise interest rates. It's hurt. Yeah. Let me tell you. When
Oh my god, he doesn't know this is
I
a
had
troll.
funds that were basically free funds to do whatever I needed to do with them. That was what I used to pay the taxes. And then when interest rates went up over the last 2 years, when the United States, they called
When
the
you went
Fed,
from
which is still the
0%
Federal Reserve,
introductory financing
decided,
on
we're
for
just
like
gonna
18
raise
months to
interest rates on everything,
27% interest
50
rate. Yeah, you got
fucking times
fucked.
or more. And all credit card rates went up, and all my credit card companies raised my minimum payments by 100%. They doubled their minimum payments. All that money I used to have to pay my taxes and everything went away. And that's really one of the major problems is the United States government just doesn't give a fuck about what the shit that they do or the effects it has on people. Oh,
What the hell was that?
investments are this or
Oh,
that.
ice
Let's raise the
breaking out.
rates. Well, wait a minute. What's the actual impact on the market when you do this? Oh, who cares? Just do it, right? So they do it, and he fucks everyone over.
It's that whole house is
you
shook.
know.
It's like, all right, it's
Yeah, and
above freezing,
there's-
so the
there's a
ice
chance
chunks are
in
breaking off
years
in the lake.
Rates will go down.
I mean, whole
But
house
that's the
shake.
problem with the United States government and everything is that you never know what's going to happen. But yeah, definitely the raised interest rates completely screwed me. Like I
Yeah,
said,
my
I'm
minimum
not even
payment doesn't go up. You know
exaggerating.
why? Because I paid off
Probably-
immediately.
I probably about
I got one card for
$1,500
gas
a
because
month
I get 2%
that
cash
I
back on
used to
gas.
have
One
as
gives me
free
1%
money
cash
to
back
do
on
whatever I
everything and
wanted.
sometimes 5% on
Invest
other
in the
stuff like
business,
groceries.
pay taxes, whatever. I don't have
Like, that's what I
anything.
use them for, to
It
get the
just
cash
goes
back.
to
And then I
credit
pay them
cards
off
and they all
immediately
pay
because I'm
interest
just...
rates.
It's like, oh, I'm going to
Ridiculous.
make my phone payment, right? Well, put it on the credit card. Get 1% cash back.
No, the government doesn't own the Fed. However,
I'm gonna be
the
getting
government is very in line with the
cable
Fed,
bill.
and
Put it on
Fed
the credit
exists
card.
because of
Get the
way
1% cash
government's
back.
set up. People are criticizing
DSP's
administration.
issue was he went, I got
Xbox One is
$15,000
garbage,
credit limit on
$50
this.
War for
I'm
One
going to go out and
Remastered
spend
will be free starting March 5th.
$15,000 that I don't
Whether
have.
played it or not.
Well,
I
Joe.
did.
I don't.
And
Well, my
since it is
credit limit's
becoming
like 10,000 on my
free
cards.
on
but
March 5th,
it's like,
I
well,
would
I'm
expect
gonna put my
a
gas on this one,
ginormous
cable on that one,
surge.
phone on this,
Okay,
food on that.
a ginormous
Because the stuff I'm gonna be
surge
buying anyways. Might as well get the
of
1%
people
cash
playing
back.
the game come March 5th. So what I might actually do is re-download it and play it some more because I really like Modern Warfare 1. I think it's actually one of the best Call of Duty games ever made. And I played Modern Warfare 1 Remastered a little bit, when it came out, and I had fun with it a few years ago. But then, of course, the hype ball died out. And since then, we've had, Battlefield, Call of Duty World War II, and then Call of Duty Black Ops 4. So now that it's becoming free, I think a lot of people will be playing it, okay? So I definitely think I'll be checking that out.
You're probably going to be
as
wrong,
a
but hey, who
game
cares?
to balance with everything else starting next week. I think it makes sense, okay? All right. So let's continue, guys.
More begging.
Now we're going to give shout-outs to people who actually contributed while the stream was live. So we're going to start updating the stream stats leaderboard. We start off with Toe Jam and BBC. Oh, my God. So Toe Jam and the British Broadcasting Corporation.
I'll miss you
just sent me
proper.
$5. I said, what up, Philip?
Until we meet again. If the face
Thank you
is not
very
our
much.
Patrick Cross.
It's pretty obvious, I'm not going to put the second half of that name up on the leaderboard. I mean, I'm pretty sure you expected that. So I'm going to say thank you, Toe Jam, for the $5 tip. Then Turnipin to me $1.
He doesn't want to play the
500
fucking
sub
game, dude. He
for
doesn't like playing
$1,000
games.
Does not count. That's one part of my income every month. It is. It's certainly not enough to pay everything. I'm not even sure what your comment means. I honestly have no clue what your comment means. At all. Your comment seems to be suggesting that because I have 500 subscribers that I should have enough money to pay absolutely everything I need to pay. If you think $1,000 a month is enough to pay everything, you have no concept of reality. So there you go. Let's continue. Abigail Rayfinger cheered and said, Phil, good luck on your situation.
I actually do know British-born Chinese. She's currently in South Korea teaching English.
All right, thank you, Abigail. Let's get you up on the leaderboard. Top cheer of the day so far. There we go. And now it's crooked. There we go. All right, shout out to Ace. Ace cheers that the developers behind Dead or Alive 6 are actually selling a season pass for $92. Get this, it'll include 62 costumes and only 2 new characters, the greed of some people. See, I don't know if you're aware of this, Ace. Dead or Alive 5, I think, I could be wrong. I think it holds the record. It holds the record for the amount of DLCs sold for a game. It had an insane amount of DLCs. The costumes, it was just a joke. Like every time, oh, what are the new releases this week? Okay, there's 2 new games, a few new expansions, and 14 new outfits for Dead or Alive 5. Okay, what are the new releases this week? Okay, 3 new releases and 17 expansions for Dead or Alive 5. Like that's how it was every week. It was insane. It was so many fucking DLCs for it. So
I just broke off.
In reality,
because I've lived close to the lake before, but never this close.
All the DLCs
so I've never experienced the ice
like
chunks breaking off and slamming to the bottom of the lake.
It was
making the whole area shake.
So for them to be selling a season pass that's only 2 characters and like 60 some outfits, that's not a far cry from the past of what you would expect from Dead or Alive, quite frankly. But I mean, you're right. It's basically nickel and dimes. They're trying to get an insane amount of revenue stream out of the customer. I think Dead or Alive 6 is going to fail. It came out today. I'm completely ignoring it. Reason I think it's going to fail is multiple reasons. Number one, because
you hate video games.
No one really cares about Dead or Alive anymore. It's a franchise that at one point was held in the same regard as other fighting games competitively. These days it's not. In fact, EVO has decided to completely skip it and not even put it in their lineup, which is a huge snub, okay? Number two, everyone knows
really care about EVO
is right around the corner, and that's going to be the big competitive fighter for the year. We also know there's a new Samurai Showdown game coming out this year.
There's a lot of fighting games coming out this year.
Games are garnering way more interest than Dead or Alive. So,
snort.
It's kind of like a double whammy. Not only do you know that this game, if you buy it, isn't going to have longevity because Mortal Kombat is going to basically retire the game and no one will play it anymore, but also competitively, people aren't even really caring about it anymore. So it's kind of like, why get it, right? And that's
sounds like a good time to me.
Like,
game views.
I would get it. It's a fighting game. Why buy it when I know I'm not going to really care that much about it in a couple weeks? You know? So that's the deal. And I think that the game honestly will fail. I don't think it's going to be anywhere near as successful as previous Dead or Alive's. And I think the game developer is going to have to try to figure out something else to make people.
Well, it sounds like Arizona Made Gamers is one of many enjoying the game, unlike him. Because they play for fun, not for money.
Live Troll Redemption Court will be epic and fun as hell. If you don't know what he's talking about, last night when I was streaming Subnautica, someone who apparently had been banned previously, okay, tipped me money and said, "Oh, I feel I was banned unjustly. Can you look into it and tell me why I was banned?" And normally I wouldn't have done it, but because I had finished my gameplay for the night, I looked into it. Now we have the ability to look at chat logs live. They've now integrated this into Twitch. Any moderator can instantly see the chat history of someone who's been banned. And I saw immediately the guy only said 2 things. One was an insult against me, and one was a detractor meme from another streamer. So that's why he got banned. And I read it out loud, and the stream chat erupted in laughter at this guy. Like, ha ha.
No, they didn't.
You just get called out live.
No one said anything like that. So, at all. Ever.
You know, there you go. So I think what people are saying is, when this kind of stuff happens, okay, you know, would you consider live kind of looking into it and seeing the deal? Because it's hilarious to hear these people get called out and for their misdeeds. They always want to act so innocent. Oh, I don't know why I was banned. I'm innocent. I don't know why. Can you please unban me? And you look into it, and the guy was like swearing profusely at me or something, you know.
Frozone.
Insulting me
constantly. The Frozen hero from Incredibles is Frozone. Do it.
There you go. Okay, let's see here. Says subscribe for the 3rd month in a row. And he says, I don't think you'll lose your house because of taxes. The IRS is actually easy to work with unless you intentionally ignore them and fail to report. Keep your head up and look for more gaming-related revenue streams, marketing your channel, etc. Yeah, Sigint, the problem here is not that I think the IRS will be unreasonable. I don't know. Here's my problem. I talked about this last night. I don't want to go into major detail about it today on the pre-stream.
Just give me money.
But the IRS has 2 options usually for people who can't pay their taxes. Either they'll put a lien on your house or they'll put you on a payment plan. The lien on the house in the short term is the better option because it means I don't have to pay anything additional right now, which would be great because I got to focus on just making enough money to pay my bills every month at this point because YouTube revenue, as you guys know, it's fallen off into the toilet. I'm making almost nothing on YouTube every month now. So I'm trying to make ends meet.
It happens every January and February.
Tough. But the problem with putting a lien on the house is my way out of debt would be to refinance my home and to basically try to pay off all of my credit cards. The problem is if I have a huge lien on my house, that has to be paid off first before I can refinance. And the bottom line is I need every piece of equity that I possibly can have because I have so much debt in my name. I need to try to pay it all off with a refinance.
But it's not his fault he has all that debt. It's Tevin's fault.
I can't refinance, and it puts me in a horrible position where I'll never be able to get out of the debt I'm in. Okay? So that's bad. If they put me on a payment plan, which they do sometimes, that's additional money I somehow need to come up with every month to pay these federal taxes on the payment plan, which I don't have. Right now, as you guys know, I'm barely making ends meet. Some months I'm
got $20,000
for the Twitch
last month.
Not a good situation. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Either option doesn't really work. The best option for me is to raise as many funds as I can in the next month and a half to hopefully pay off the taxes or pay them down as much as humanly possible and only have a little bit that I owe. But I don't realistically know what's going to happen in the next month and a half, you know?
Get a job.
Fair enough. I'll let you know. We don't know anything. We don't know how much I owe. We don't know anything yet.
Get a job. Okay. Get a job.
Oh, here we go. Third Eye tipped me $5 and then insulted me. It might not really be Third Eye, or it could be Third Eye. Who knows? But thanks for the $5 tip. Stupid.
She's expensive,
People
dude.
are still so dumb to insult me, but pay me to insult me. I just don't even understand it anymore.
Let them.
Oh, my God.
You could be making hundreds of dollars a week extra if you'd stop banning the trolls.
Moving on, Eternal Napalm did a 250-bit cheer that actually makes him the top cheerer of the day. Let's get him up on the leaderboard before I read his message.
Never even heard of it, Phyllis.
Okay, here we go. He says, hold on.
Yeah, just let the trolls troll you.
Thanks for the great content that you provide. I'm glad you've been DS positive. Haven't let drama-seeking kids bring you down. If more people were positive and focused on a healthy lifestyle than lies and drama, the internet would be a better place. By the way, only 3 weeks until Sekiro. I pretty much agree with every single word you said. I agree with you. You know, there's so many people in this world focused on drama and negative crap. They completely ignore the positive stuff. A lot of people have come by my streams and said, wow, actually just hang out with Phil.
He spelled Eternal Napalm wrong. He did spell it wrong. Holy shit. This is actually
fun when you're actually just here for the real stream.
He's had to type it countless times before and he still spells it wrong.
Right? You know, making fun of, to bring him down, it's a different experience. And it's a lot more positive and fun than feeling negative and toxic all the time. Laughing with someone rather than laughing at someone.
He could stream more. He could stream longer. He could stream the games people want to see instead of,
Warren.
No, I don't want to play that. I'm going to play this instead.
Rob Warren tipped me $10 and says, not much, but I hope it helps. Rob Warren, it is a lot. Like, first of all, Rob, I got to tell you, you tip me all the time. It helps. Number two, you know, a lot of people say, oh, it's not much. No, the truth is, every contribution is a lot. Every single contribution that I receive is big. That's how I see it. Because the reason I'm still here is you guys. 2 years ago.
Because you guys keep giving me more money.
YouTube suffered what was called the adpocalypse. At that point, okay, all of my revenue was coming from YouTube. I was making no money from live streaming whatsoever. So I was 100% reliant on YouTube. When that adpocalypse fell out, that was it for me. That was essentially early 2017 was the end of the line. I would have had to hang up everything and say, I can't do this anymore for a living. Because YouTube has made it unreasonable because they lost all their advertisers because they suck and they're a terrible website, you know, who screwed everything up.
But you're still posting your videos over there.
It's over. But you guys pulled me out of the fire. You said, no, this is not right. Phil has been a 10-year-long content creator. We love his content. We want to see him continue to be successful. And you guys told me be a live streamer. And I changed up and I became a live streamer and I'm still here. You know what I mean? Like,
Because you've gotten not
you guys
banned
gotta
even though you should have been
understand,
banned.
you're the reason why I'm still here and able to do what I love. I'm so grateful for that. So Rob, you say, "Oh, this is not much." Dude, it means the world. That tip that you just gave me adds up because it's not just you, it's everyone contributing. It adds up. And, you know, that's why I still kind of feel positive about this whole tax
You're
situation.
positive.
I think
Well, you guys are going to
we
need
can
more
rally
money?
and maybe by some miracle I can get out of it. I don't know how, but I'm just saying, like, it seems like every time that my ass is to the fire, we all rally and work together and get out of it. So I guess we'll see what happens this month. But thank you, Rob, very much.
How's anyone supposed to know about it, Phil Spinelli, unless he brings it up every
Android
single
just
time?
tweeted, I noticed when it comes to crowdfunding, people are more... Oh, crap. Hold on, I'll try that again. People are more likely to contribute. The more transparent the campaign is, you might want to consider giving people hard numbers on what you owe and what you need. Well, the thing is, I don't have those, Android. I've told you a million times, I still don't have them. Once I have an idea of what I'm going to owe, all right, then I can compare that with the money that I have, and I can say, okay, if we can raise this much in this amount of time, this would get me out of trouble for the time being. But
For the time being, but
I
not
can't
forever.
do that yet. The information has been submitted to my tax attorney / CPA. They're doing the work. They're going to get back to me probably, I would assume, sometime in March because they realized I told them how urgent my issue was that I need to know. So I think it's going to, you know, we'll know. When? I don't know. It's out of my hands, you know. I hear you. I hear exactly what you're saying, but it's out of my hands. Okay? Eternal Napalm cheered.
It's out of his hands,
Said,
dude. He can't do anything,
your Rage playthrough on
dude.
YouTube. I skipped the game back in 2011, but Rage 2 looks awesome and evolved. What are your thoughts on the Rage franchise? I feel like Rage was very, very hyped, but was underwhelming. Like, the game itself had massive potential, but ended up just being kind of so-so.
See a logo
The best
slam.
thing about Rage were the graphics. The game
I know
itself
Sandrocky's lying. Imagine that.
when I played it on PC. That was back when I actually played games.
I say
on
he could have
PC.
done a
But outside of that, there
Kingdom
wasn't
Hearts
much-
marathon.
It wasn't a great game.
All right, guys. Over the
you know
next
what
3
I mean?
days,
Like,
I'll be playing 12 hours
Doom
of
was a
Kingdom
great
Hearts
game.
games.
Doom revived
To try to
the
beat them all
entire
up before
franchise.
Kingdom Hearts 3 comes
The game
out.
modernized
Nope.
Doom and made it fun for the modern gamer, but also the classic, you know, throwback gamers who played Doom.
Oh,
in the 90s
Crackdown
were
3 is
also
coming out. I'm going to play
satiated. They
Crackdown
loved
1
the
and
game.
2 for you
So,
guys.
That was a good example.
Nah, we're going to play
of
Dark Souls
putting
again.
in a good effort to have an FPS game from id Software. I don't know what really happened with Rage 1, but Rage 2 is looking much better. So I am being very optimistic.
Sell his extra
when I think
shit.
about
Sell
Rage.
his statues.
X Legacy 214's cheers.
sell
I can't wait
shit.
to see you play Devil May Cry
But he won't.
5 next week. Yeah, same here. You know, been a long time since I played a Devil May Cry game. Even though, admittedly, I probably won't understand a lick of the plot. I am looking forward to a good action-based combat game like that. Should be fun. All right, AEAG4GS did a 50-bit cheer and said, "Bing, bing, bang, bang, bing, bing, bam, 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 bing, bing, bop, bop, bam, bam, bop, bop, bing, bing, bap, bam, bop."
The fuck?
Okay, and GoFundMe Phil tipped me $2.50 and said, "Would you mind if I got in touch with someone to set up a GoFundMe for your taxes?" Yes, I would, because the way it works is you're not supposed to do that. If someone actually, you know, is going to do something like that, what you're supposed to do is do it yourself. I don't think a GoFundMe would necessarily benefit me any more than, say, just people tipping me. I don't see the point. If you just tip me,
Yes, but people
right,
see
those
on
funds
GoFundMe,
immediately
oh, this
I
guy's
can
going to lose his
resign
house and everything if he
immediately
doesn't pay his taxes.
GoFundMe, I don't even know
People
how
might
that
be
works.
willing to
I
pay for
understand,
it.
again, the
They actually
running
go to your
tally
channel
of,
and see you
need
crying
this
like
much,
this.
Can you hit the
They're not
goal?
going to give you
I
money.
don't know what I even need yet. Okay, so I don't think it would work. Just saying.
But they did a GoFundMe for, say,
Okay.
$5,000.
All right, everybody.
You'd get $5,000.
So, all that being said, oh, actually, I Stand With Vic just subscribed to the channel. Thank you, I Stand With Vic. So thanks everyone for your support. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Number One Mortal did a 200-bit cheer and said, "I'm here, something small from my side, hoping to see more of your reactions in addition to the miracles that you need. Never stop being yourself, and thanks for doing what you do." I think, I'm not sure what he's talking about Dark Souls, but I'm not exactly sure what he means by that. I guess what he's saying is maybe try other magic and stuff. Because really, what I've done in Dark Souls is, you know, now I pretty much have the best magic. People say I found the Dark Bead spell, and they're like, "You're pretty much done. You're done with the game. You're going to destroy everything moving forward, nothing's going to stand a chance. Like, you are now going to dominate. You got the Moonlight Greatsword. You got the best sorceries in the game. Nothing can fuck with you. So,
because magic is
I guess we'll see in the
OP,
conclusion here.
dude.
So, all that being said, I don't know what you're saying, but thank you for the cheer. When will Dark Souls be again? Probably this week. I don't know if it's going to be Sunday night, or maybe I'll play it again majorly this week. Coming up, I'm close to the end. I'm probably 1 to 2 major streams away from finishing it. And I promise you I will finish my Dark Souls Remastered playthrough before Sekiro starts, okay? I promise you that.
Sekiro.
Okay.
But I hope you finish Dark Souls before then, dude.
All right, guys. So thank you for all your contributions. What I'd like to do is a couple
Give
quick
me money
things before we start. Number one, let me check on sub count. I don't think it really went up because, no, we're at the same. We're 511. I was going to say, because we only got 1 sub there on the pre-stream. 2 subs, actually, on the pre-stream. So, there we go. I'd like to give shout-outs to the cheerers of the week so far. So let's do top 10 cheers of the week. Shout-out. In 10th place, we got Freddie Lamar Bosley. In 9th place, Uzi Go Hard. 8th place is Golden Colts. 7th place, Knows Nobody, is tied with Bagel Goose. In 5th place, Straight Cash Homie. In 4th place, Rock the Ice. 3rd place goes to Baja Blast, 74. 2nd place goes to
Baja
Echoes. And
Blast.
1st place is Infinite 55, who just recently took over.
Wait a minute.
As the
There's
top
more money
cheerer
being sent
ever
into
on
me.
my channel, which is really awesome. So thank you very much for all the support, Infinite. Got another cheer from this guy whose name I can't pronounce. He says, have you ever eaten human teeth? No. Mr. Terrahawk cheered. He says, did you ever play the first Toe Jam and Earl? No, I did not. I actually just said that at the very beginning of pre-stream.
Ever eat human
Even though it was
teeth?
an incredibly
What?
popular game on the Sega Genesis / Master System. I didn't have a Genesis until late into its life cycle. Like, first I had an Atari 7800.
Atari.
Then I had an NES. Then I had a Super NES.
Same.
Then later on I got a Genesis. So by the
After
time
the
I got
Genesis
the
went
Genesis,
from
Toe Jam and
Super
Earl was
Nintendo to
considered a very
PlayStation.
old game that
And
you
never
wouldn't
looked
want to be
back.
playing it with all the new modern stuff out already. You see what I mean? So I never played it. But I heard tons of positive things about it, so I guess we'll see. Okay? Alright, guys. I guess what we're going to do is end the pre-stream. I'm probably going to blow my nose again. It's bothering me today. So give me a minute here. I'll blow my nose again off mic. And then we will begin. We're going to see what the hell this Toe Jam and Earl game is all
Really? He's not
about.
gonna go to the
from
bathroom
there. All right,
first?
guys. Thank you so much. All your support so far on the stream. And let's get this show on the road.
See.
All right.
Oh, god
everybody,
damn,
in a
Phil
minute.
Spinellis. That is
I'll be right
amazing. Phil Spinellis with the win, because pigs will devour everything on a human except for the teeth. Fuck. Oh, I remember that for what was it? Not Silence of the Lambs. Red Dragon, maybe, where you got to pull the teeth from the body because it upsets the pig's digestion. Oh my god. But yeah, but you got to pull the teeth because it upsets their little piggy's digestion. Oh, that is perfect, dude. Was it Hannibal? Actually, it may have been Hannibal that line came from. Da-da, 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 da-da. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, well, enough of this. We're going to mute him because I don't care about the game. Going back to this. His begging thing from last night.
Mexican Surgeon says, this is very chill. I enjoy it more than the gameplay of Subnautica. It's because it is. It's just me talking with you and having and just interacting and just shooting the shit. This actually is more chill than, oh my god, micromanage. Oh my god, there's leaks. I gotta fix these. Oh my god, I'm out of resources. I gotta go get resources. Oh my god, I'm being attacked. Oh my god. See, it's not very chill, honestly. Subnautica, Minecraft is. Subnautica is not. Minecraft is like you can be chill. You can build things so you don't get attacked. You're fine. You can be self-sufficient. This is like, it's not. I'm sorry. It's still a good game, but it's definitely not a chill thing. It's just not. It's not very chill.
Do you eat chocolate or is that bad for you?
Oh,
I don't eat chocolate. I can't sweat it out.
Somewhere to help. It's not. My situation is not a situation where I can shave $100 off a month and I'm fine now. That's the problem. I've cut bills everywhere. I've reduced everything. I've reduced my internet bills. I've reduced my television bill. I've reduced all my costs in the house. I've done everything I possibly can to reduce.
How? How did you cut your cable and your internet bills? Did you get rid of one of your internet lines? Hey, Relucid. Like, no, he did not. He doesn't cut shit. So what the beep is he talking about? So, oh yeah, I cut my internet, my television costs. Maybe he means he finally cut PlayStation View, but then he picked up Hulu. So, I mean, so Hulu's like, what, 15 a month, while View was 50 a month? So I saved myself $35. Well, how about you drop a couple other things? No, dude. I need to watch something when I'm not playing video games because I work so hard all day playing video games. No, he doesn't. Of course, he doesn't stream every day. He takes days off, and he takes night streams off. Anyways, back to this.
Okay.
What the God damn. Mind you, this is at 1.25 speed, so he probably spent 10 seconds going,
Senator for the Dog says, what's the sub event for this month? There will not be a sub event in March. There will not be a sub goal in March. I'll explain why in a minute, okay? But there's no sub goal for March. There will be a sub goal for April, but not for March, I think.
all this dead air at 1.25 speed. This is 44 minutes, 55 seconds. Maybe I'll do a video where I cut out all the dead air and see how much shorter it is. Ooh, that sounds like a good idea.
Cut the second internet line. Actually, just so you know, it's actually cheaper for me to keep it. I know it sounds crazy, but it was late 2017 when I knew I was going to have to start cutting costs around here. And I called my cable company. And I said, number one, I don't want your cable service anymore. And I got rid of the television. I said, number two, I want to reduce cost on internet. And basically they said, well, what we want to do is actually save you more money. And we have this promotion. It's I think it was a 3-year contract that will sign you up for this discounted rate for 3 years. Keep both your lines. And they actually increased the speed of my internet over here for a locked-in rate that was less than me paying for just the one line if I did it by itself. So I signed a 3-year contract. Now the catch is, I have to remember in late 2020, no, that was it was late 2017. So 2018, yeah, late 2020. So late next year, I have to remember to contact them again and say, once that contract expires, I'm done. I'm going to just go to the one line or whatever I'm going to do. Because it's funny that they did that. Because I was intending to get rid of it.
But he cries all the time that he can't do it. He has to have 2 lines. He needs 2 lines.
Cheaper to get everything. So I did.
He has to have 2 lines, dude. He has to. Or the world will end.
Yeah, that's right, Bambino. That's exactly what was going to happen. For me to cut stuff was actually going to make my bill go up. I did cut out the television, but then they were like, oh, well, now your bill will be this unless you get this special package. I'm like, all I want is the one internet line. It was more expensive. So I said, all right, we'll do the package and we'll reduce the cost.
That's how they get you. Because you know him, he's going to forget. And, like, for 2 months, increase 1,000-fold,
Did I lose
dude.
interest in PC gaming? I noticed you haven't watched or played a PC game in a long time. For me, it's not that I lost interest. I cannot play a PC game because I have to capture at one quality for YouTube, stream at another quality for Twitch because Twitch only has certain limitations that make it lower quality. And when I do that while playing a game on my PC, the whole thing craps out and can't do it.
I can't do it, dude. I just can't.
If I had a gaming PC just to play the games and then I had this dedicated PC here to capture and stream, I could do it. But I don't have that set up, so I can't do PC.
Yeah, have a good night, man.
I can only do like indie PC games that don't take up a lot of resources. Those I could still do.
He has a laptop and a computer. So he could do shit on the laptop and the computer at the same time. But that's not possible, dude. Goddamn, just damn.
How many marathons in March? No, one marathon. There will be one special marathon that's going to happen at some point in March. Okay. There will be a retrospective event in March. That's basically kind of another marathon, but of a different kind. Instead of me playing games and stuff, it's going to be us watching back vlogs and on previous playthroughs and stuff. So at least 2 special events in March. Okay.
Stare, stare, stare.
Hello, Yusuke. How's it going, man? Good evening.
I really want to just cut out all the dead air. See how short this actually is without all the dead air. Probably get under 30 minutes.
All right, you guys have any more questions, or would you like me to talk a little bit about March and this, the stuff coming up and being serious about March and basically kind of talk about?
There's probably a lot of questions being asked, but without money attached to it, he doesn't care.
Would like right now, because I'm going to do that before I adjourn tonight. Delete a bunch of emails too.
Come on.
No, I'm not doing Cooking with the King. Oh my god, Genetic Gamer, man. I'm not doing Cooking with the King. No. Alright,
what? Cooking with the King will make me a lot of money? Nah, I don't want to do it.
I'm going to talk about this on
It's too much work.
starting tomorrow as well.
Anything that would make him money, he
March
doesn't want to do.
The most important month ever for me. as a content creator because I need to basically raise as many funds as possible, way more than usual. You know, typically I make a certain amount on Twitch every month. It's great. I can't complain. I need to make way more than that in this month. The reason being, my taxes are going to be coming due, federal taxes, in mid-April. I think the exact date is April 17th. I could be wrong there. It could be the 15th. I don't know yet. I'll know when my tax attorney completes my taxes. I just did all my tax work.
Generally, it's 15th unless 15th falls on a Sunday.
Sent it to the tax attorney. Then he wanted more information. I gave it to him, and
Wednesday
he's working on it right now.
10th.
Didn't give me a commitment of when they will have an answer for me of how much I owe and all that, but they're supposed
Be a
to let me know
Monday.
sooner rather than later. I told them chances are in April I may be traveling to go to
So it'll be
Connecticut,
April 15th.
visit my parents, and therefore if that's the case, that's even less time for them to finish it and give me what I need to sign off on forms and have it filed. In addition to that, I told them the earlier you tell me how much I owe, the better it is for me because I can figure out how much I need to raise. Okay, so I've got this huge amount of money that I know I'm going to owe the federal government. All right, I know it, and I'm
you're
very
an idiot.
nervous because here's the deal. The way it works is twofold, okay? When it comes to federal taxes and the fact that you can't pay them, one of two things will happen. The federal government will either say, we're going to put you on a payment plan that you will agree to, and it could be up to, from what I understand, it could be years, or it could be short term. It could be whatever they decide. You're in their hands, what they want to do. No, the way the payment plan works is if you don't pay it, now you're really screwed. Because if you don't pay their payment plan, now they
Well,
can
that's
actually
right.
try to
I saw
garnish
that.
wages and
I don't
stuff.
have a
The
business.
money that I have coming in,
But for
they'll
years
try to
you've
take
been
it before I
bragging.
can even
This
use
is
it.
a
I don't
business
know how much
expense.
they could
This is a
possibly
business
do.
expense.
But in
That's a business
general,
expense.
It's not good. If you repeatedly don't pay your
You
taxes,
can't write shit off as a
it's
business
only
expense if you don't have a business,
okay?
you jackwagon.
So in this regard, it's a big deal. If they put me on this payment plan, I have to find a way to pay it, and I don't know what it's going to be. It could be, oh, we understand your things are super tight right now and you're not doing good, so here, it'll be a couple $100s a month. Maybe I can make that work. Versus, you know, oh, $1,000 a month. I don't have it. There's no way I can pay that. You know what I mean?
Well,
I
then
don't know.
saw the random
other
bullshit
thing
you
they
got,
can
like
do
that $200 trash can.
is they can put a lien.
Not a
on it.
joke. He has a
So
$200
they might
trash
say,
can.
"Now, this is just me pulling a number out of thin air. Phil, you owe $20,000 that you didn't pay in taxes. We're just going to put a lien on your home for that. So if you ever want to refinance your mortgage or sell your house, the first place that the profits go is to us. Okay? That's how it works. That sucks. Because that means that, remember, the big thing that I'm hoping for to eventually get out of debt is a refinance of my home. I have a lot of equity in this house. I've lived here since 2014, and the home value has gone up every year I've lived here to the point where
For now.
I know eventually I can refinance this house. And when I do that, what I want to do is take all of my shitty credit card debt, loan debt, all this debt that I have that's
It's not a
bad
business,
debt,
Lucid.
put it
He
into
said
the
so
mortgage.
himself. He doesn't have a
automatically
business.
reduce my
This is
monthly
not a
payments, and now that
business.
extra money goes to
By the way,
taxes,
DSP
goes
Enterprise
to
is the name of my
paying for things
business.
that I'm having
But
trouble
it's not a
paying right now.
business.
The problem right now is I have an insane amount
By the
of
way,
bad
this is
debt,
business
credit
expense.
card, loan debt.
But it's not a
considered
business.
Bad debt, and it's exponential interest rates.
I
Where
just
in the last
love
year and
how,
a half, and this is no exaggeration,
like, the disconnect
my
in his
credit
brain
card
of,
payments
this is
more
business
than
expense.
doubled. So I used to
I
pay
have
a certain amount of
business
money
internet
for all my credit cards.
under
Then
DSP
I now
Enterprise,
pay more
but
than
it's
double
not a
that.
business.
I have the same amount of debt. It's not like my debt went up, but because of the same amount of debt, because interest rates and everything in the United States have raised recently, the Fed raised interest rates and everything, all these credit card companies freaked out. Oh my God, and they raised their interest rates, so I'm paying more than double what I
That's
used to in
not
credit
what
card
happened
payments
at
every month.
all.
That was the money I used to have to pay taxes.
He's even admitted this before
So until I
that.
can get rid of these
Yeah, I
credit
get the
cards, I can
0%
never
interest
be in a better position.
rate for the
So what I
promo.
need to do
No, 12 month,
is
18
refinance
month,
this house,
whatever.
whether I could do
Then
it
they
this
all
year
ran
or
out. They
next
all
year,
ran
I have to
out.
show consistent
So I went
income
from
of a
paying
certain
0%
level.
interest
I know
to
I have 2 years of
27%
consistent
interest on
income
all my
that's
cards,
higher
dude.
And hopefully is enough to qualify for a refinance. If not, one more year maybe.
Like, the reason
and
they give you
hopefully that's
0%
enough.
interest
And
for
then once I
that
qualify
amount of
for
time
refinance, I get rid of
is that
all
they
the
want
credit
you to
cards, and
transfer
these
all
problems
credit
go
card
away.
debt over to their
And seriously,
cards,
the day the credit
have
card
you
debt
paid
is
off,
gone,
and then
and
use
it
their
goes
card
to a mortgage
exclusively.
payment, all my problems go away.
But he
My
doesn't.
credit rating will increase dramatically, so my credit will get healthier. I'll have less monthly payments, be able to pay my taxes. All I need to be able to do is do that.
But you're an idiot, so.
And it sucks. It just really sucks, okay? It does. My problem is, like, it doesn't seem like either situation is a good one. If the government puts me on a payment plan for the taxes, I don't know if I can afford it. And I'm kind of at their whim, whatever they want to do, okay? I'm at their mercy. And I don't know what else to do because, how am I going to pay it? Right now, I'm barely making ends meet to pay my own stuff. How am I going to pay this payment plan they put me on, right? Unless somehow I get an increase in income. If they put me the lien on my house, okay, at least short term, that's the better option because now immediately I don't have to come up with money. But number one, still that doesn't help me with paying taxes this year. You know, the new taxes for this year. Number two, what if I want to refinance and now they're like, oh man, you got a 20 grand lien on your house. We don't want to deal with that because that's less equity for you. Now that's less debt of yours that you can pay off. There's basically no good situation. The only good situation here is if
You're an idiot.
I somehow raise enough funds to pay off most, if not all, of the taxes that I'm going to owe by mid-April.
You put
In
a
1
huge
month.
life
Basically, I
insurance
have
policy
1
on
month
Kat.
of March, and
She
the
has
first
an
2 weeks of April,
accident
that's the
and
time.
collect
I have
all the
1 month
money.
left
That's gonna be
to
about
raise
it.
enough funds to pay my federal taxes, and if I can't do that, I'm basically financially screwed.
Gotta get them jawbreakers.
Realistically, the only way out at that point would be
for you to kill your parents
sell
and
the
collect
house,
inheritance.
which would be terrible. I worked my ass off to earn this place, to buy it, to maintain it, to keep it. I turned this office into my place of business, and you guys love the quality of the streams and videos that I put out in this office. I know that. I know how much better of a setup this is than I'm ever going to get if I move to another small apartment, or you know what I mean? Like, I know. I just know the quality is going to go away. And
what
the internet here
quality
has been fairly consistent. What happens if I have to move to an apartment complex where everyone has shared internet again, like I used to have in Connecticut? Remember all the internet issues I fucking constantly had when I lived in Connecticut because it was shared internet, which I don't have here.
That's not a
It's
thing.
gonna
That's
be
not
terrible.
communist
It really
Russia.
It's just going to be absolutely awful.
I've never understood that live
Plus,
is.
if I had to move out
If you
here,
live in an apartment, you got to share your internet with everyone,
now you're
dude.
talking,
No,
looking
you
for a new
don't.
place,
I've never heard of
preparing
that.
This house for sale, which
I've
I'm
lived
not
in
gonna do
apartments
unless I stop
before.
working.
I've never
So
had
now
to do
fucking
that
stop
before.
work to do this. You know what I mean? Like, it's not feasible.
Can you imagine? Be
It's
like,
not
all right.
feasible to do this. It sucks. That
Unsecured.
situation.
I think
So
I know
really
what it
don't
is.
know. There's like no way out.
The
It's like
dumbass
the
said
only way to
unsecured
get out of the situation clean,
Wi-Fi
without horrible consequences, is to raise enough funds to at least knock out the majority of the taxes that I'm going to owe in April in a month and a half. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. Even with all of you guys being as
That's what
generous
it's
as you
gotta
possibly can,
be.
and coming out and saying we support you.
He had
love what you do.
Wi-Fi
we want
turned
you to
on,
succeed. We want
but
you
he
to lose your
didn't
house
secure it,
here.
didn't have a password
There's
on
a
it,
little
so
bit of
other
help.
people were able
Even
to
all
use
of you
it.
putting that together, I don't know if it's going to be
Fucking
enough.
moron.
I don't know what to do, man. You know, I don't. I guess we'll see. So let's be honest here. In the
I
month
didn't
of
stab her
March,
in the back 27 and a
what's
half
going to happen and
times.
what can you do to help? All right.
She must have
The
fallen
bottom
on the
line
knife
is
27
that
and a
in order
half
for you to be
times.
directly supportive now moving forward with this tax situation, there's multiple ways you can help. Pledging to my Patreon, still okay. That's still fine. Buying something from my Teespring, that's okay. That's still good for now.
For now.
Or tipping me, okay? Cheering and subbing, I still appreciate. They're still great, but it actually takes 2 months.
Exactly,
of
Thyri. You
processing
don't
time for
share
any
unless
cheers or subs
you have
to actually
Wi-Fi
translate
turned
into
on and you
anything that will
don't
benefit
have
me
it
at all.
secured with a
So
password.
you're talking, if you do that in March, I don't see it.
You do
until
that,
May.
then yeah,
It's too
you're gonna be
late to
sharing
help
it with
with
everyone,
taxes,
but
you see what I mean?
that's
So at
your
this
fault for
point,
not having a
I'm like,
password on
This is the
it.
limit now. This is the very end of that. And not to say that those who cheer and sub during the month of March will not be appreciated. You'll still get your shout out. I'm still appreciate any contributions. Keep in mind, even though I'm trying to raise money for taxes, I still need money just to pay my bills. You see what I mean? So
I need that money.
Still okay.
I really do.
Still
to pay
okay
my bills.
if you want to cheer or sub during the month of March. It's still good and it's much appreciated. But if you really want to help with this tax situation, it's got to be Patreon, Teespring, or tipping me. Those are the 3 ways. to
Tips,
help,
tips,
okay?
tips. Everybody.
So, during the month of March, you're gonna you hear me talking about this. Please tip me today on stream if you want to help out. That's the best way to help out, and I'm gonna be saying that
Which
all month
we
long.
just heard on his pre-stream of, give me tips. Just a tip. More dead air.
Dope Soap says, didn't you say if worst comes to worst, selling the house would be the last thing you did and you could claim bankruptcy or default and stop making payments for the condo? Well, let's talk about those things. If I just default and don't pay for the condo in Connecticut, a few things happen. Number one, legally, I still have to pay the condo association dues because as long as that home is still legally in my name, I'm legally responsible for that. And if I don't pay those, they could actually sue me, which would really fuck me over. So I have to still pay those. Those are still $350 a month. All right. I could stop just paying the mortgage on the place in Connecticut, and that would be about $1,000 a month extra. That still wouldn't be enough to pay taxes. It still wouldn't be enough to do much. Okay, it would help, but it wouldn't help much. What would end up happening is the mortgage company would come after me. I would just outright tell them, I'm not talking to you. I'm
Strategic
the property. I cannot afford it anymore.
default.
It's up to you to
It
start
takes a year and a half to do,
foreclosing
but
what you
strategic
The
default
only
would save
information
them
you need
money.
from me moving forward is to tell me when you foreclosed on the property, period. And I'm done with you, and then I could just completely ignore them and never answer them again. But potentially, from what I understand, it could take like years. It could take like a year for them to even begin formal foreclosure.
Holy shit! Is he actually
I'd
watching
still be
me?
stuck with that condo.
Because I've been
but
telling
in
him
2 years,
strategic
and by the
default.
way, the moment
During
you
that
stop paying
strategic
mortgage,
default, you
your
don't have to
credit
pay
goes,
them.
Ooh, into the toilet. Now the problem that we're talking about is if my credit score goes insanely low, the credit companies who I have credit cards with are now going to contact me and be like, "Oh, Phil, well, guess what? We're canceling all your credit cards because your credit went so bad. We don't want you to be our customer anymore. You still owe what you owe, but you can never use the credit cards again." Well, I hate to tell all of you this. Credit cards are what I use to pay everything because I have no money. All my money goes to pay the debt. So I need to have freedom of credit. Or if I don't have a little bit of freedom of
It
credit,
only save
I
me
can't even buy
$1,000 a
games.
month.
I wouldn't be able to
Well,
buy
gee, in
games
12
for
months, that'd
the
be
stream. I wouldn't be able to go grocery shopping.
$12,000.
Nothing. I'd have no money at all.
What would you do with an extra
So if I start paying that condo
$12,000 sitting in your lap?
within a year, I probably would fuck everything up so badly that I would basically ruin my life. Okay? So I probably just can't do that. All right? Declaring bankruptcy is a tough call. The reason being, I would have to justify that I have enough financial problems here to justify bankruptcy. And I could justify, listen, my business is based out of my home. So if I sell my home, you're talking major disruption to the business to the point where I'll lose so much income, I can't pay my bills. So I can't move. And there's nothing else to draw upon. I can't possibly work more to make more money. It's just not possible.
You can work to make more money. It's
there's all
called
these guidelines. I would have to
fucking
basically hire a
working.
bankruptcy lawyer to now look into it. More money I don't have to pay a bankruptcy lawyer to straight up make a case and say whether or not it's something that I could actually do. By the way, again, when you do bankruptcy proceedings, your credit's completely destroyed.
Well beyond his
Now,
means.
the difference here is if I do bankruptcy proceedings, technically my debt is erased, or some of my debt is erased. So even though maybe I wouldn't have the ability to have credit anymore, I'd still be making money from what I do as a job, and the money could go to important things like paying the taxes, paying for things just with cash rather than on credit.
I'll say his worst year so far was $120,000.
It would be very tough for me to justify bankruptcy unless there was a sudden massive decrease in income.
Phil was black,
So
it'd
to give
be
you guys a perfect example
LTG.
here, let's say later this year, Article 13 passes, and half the people who watch me can't watch me anymore because they're all blacklisted because Article 13 makes it so the European Union can't watch streams and videos anymore. So my views halve, my viewership on stream halves, my contributions on stream halves, and I'm making half as much money. I can't pay any bills anymore. Now I could file for bankruptcy probably convincingly easy and just say, look, the money just went away. There's nothing I could do with it.
Nothing I could do,
So,
dude. I did nothing wrong. I did
that's
everything
probably
correct.
exactly what I would have to do. If Article 13 passes and ruins everything, that's it. You know what I mean? It's over. Illusion God did 100 cheers. Hey, Phil, what's up? Fred Flintstone cheers. Can we get a shout out to Chestnut? What's up, Chestnut? How you doing? Chestnut actually now stands perfectly nicely here. He used to fall all the time, and now he actually just sits still, which is nice. Very nice. Bagel Goose cheers said, are you prohibited from using the condo as a rental property? In Connecticut, not prohibited, but I can't do it because I would need to have someone actually maintain the property. Let me explain. Let's say I find a renter to rent a place in Connecticut. Great. Money starts coming in immediately, but if the toilet breaks, I'm legally responsible to have that toilet fixed. If that person violates the condo rules and gets in trouble, if they're making loud noises at night, I'm the one responsible to make sure that they stop doing it. Without being physically in Connecticut, how do I do
Sell
those things?
drugs.
Plus, I have no money. I have no money.
I don't know
to
why he
call a
doesn't sell
plumber
drugs. Well,
and
then
fix the
again, in
toilet. See
Seattle,
what I mean?
pot's
What I
legal,
need
so
is a company
kinda hard
to
for
come
him
in
to sell
and do what's called
drugs.
property management. Well, I get rent. They take the rent payment and take a cut of it every month and give me the rest. If I could find a company to do that, then I'd be okay. I'd be able to rent.
You
the condo.
found a company to
I
do
haven't been able
that,
to
but
find
they
a
wanted
single
to call
fucking
you, and you said,
company
no, I'm
that
not
will
calling
it.
you. Do it all by
All I found was
email.
individuals who don't have business listings, don't have websites, don't have anything on like Yelp, nothing official. Oh, I just do it as a side thing. All the companies in Connecticut that are really good property management companies won't deal with the area where my condo was in because that's considered a high-risk area where a lot of people are not dependable and they flake out and do stupid shit like I just described. So they don't want to deal
You
with
live
those
in like
areas.
Greenwich,
So I can't
Connecticut.
find
You
someone
live
to
where the
manage my condo.
McMahons
I
live,
can't
you
rent it. It's a
jackwagon.
money pit for me, and I can't get rid of it. Piscu just did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you very much, Piscu. Dope Soap cheers. We really put total tips and a goal counter for the whole month so people can know exactly how much to give. The problem with that would be, number one, I don't have the total. I don't know what I owe. Until I know what I owe, I can't.
Well,
do
then
that.
put up
Number
10
two, you know what a
grand.
nightmare it would be to do a running total of tips.
And hope they get
for the
10
entire
grand in a
fucking
month.
I can't even do it for the day. Like, I do my first stream, then on second stream, I try to add the tips together on the fly while gaming. It's not possible. It's just not. If I had an automated system, then yes, but I don't. And Muxy, by the way, doesn't work. Some people say, oh, use Muxy's totals. They don't work. The other day, I looked and it claimed that I had like $30 in tips when I received 5. And I'm like, it just doesn't work. Muxy's system never worked. So yeah, I don't think I would be able to do like. I don't
Then
think I
why
would
do
be
you
able to
continue to
do
use
a running
Muxy if it
tally for
doesn't
the month,
work,
but what I could do is, like,
jackwagon?
if I have an idea of, what I need to raise, maybe for those special events, like I mentioned, for the retrospective event, for the marathon I'm going to do in March, then I could have tip goals that I could have on the stream that we could build towards during those days, probably.
Yeah.
Inboxer cheer.
He found a company that was going to do it.
Things like
He's
Apple
like,
Pay,
all right, well,
PayPal.
email me. We need to call you.
Not
No,
really.
you can't call me.
In particular, credit scores will affect things such as credit cards, personal loans, and the ability to get new credit. There are other very, very narrow exceptions to that where it will affect other things, but in general, bad credit or having issues with credit, those are the direct things that it affects. I have never heard a situation where like PayPal said you can't use our services because you have bad credit. They don't even run your credit, so I don't know how they would even do that. Same thing with Apple Pay. They don't get that information, you know. Illusion God Cheers says, will you change the couch mascot? Will you keep it seasonally themed? Right now, Chestnut's been pretty cool for a couple months. I've had him January and February. At this point, seasonally themed, what's the next season? Spring? What do you want, a rabbit for Easter? I see what I mean, like, I don't know. I'm not.
That would make sense.
Mascot is the last thing on my mind for this month of March. Trust me, it'll be the last fucking thing I'm thinking about.
Do a bunny for Easter. Perfect. Gonna be doing these mascots.
Some people are saying I should think of doing something like a GoFundMe. I mean, I don't know how that would go down. I don't know if GoFundMe would allow my situation to be something that people can contribute to. I have no idea if that's something that's allowed, It just sucks. Like, my situation is one that's just shitty. If this tax situation with the state taxes didn't happen, I would be actually perfectly fine right now. If you can believe it. Because when it was just a rolling problem that created more and more issues. When I found out in 2017 that my attorney had, or my CPA, excuse me, had been doing my taxes wrong for 4 years, it completely screwed me over. Not only did
you didn't do it wrong, you didn't tell them you had a business.
I think it was between $1,500 and $2,000 a year for state taxes, but then I had to pay thousands of dollars in back taxes, plus fees, plus interest. Then I had to pay the new CPA to fix it, and he charged thousands of dollars.
Like that.
That
one
was the money
side
it was
is
supposed to
CPA,
go
the
to
next
federal
side is
taxes.
tax
Like,
attorney.
no lie, that money all would have gone towards federal taxes. So that was the beginning of the snowballing effect that fucked me over.
More da-da-da-da.
Dope Soap, I mean, he just cheers it. I think if you play with subs and random people, you make more money. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. That's not going to bring in significant. I used to do fan events, right? They didn't bring in anything significantly new. All it did was for the longtime fans or whatever, they would feel a little bit appreciated, which I get. But then people started ruining those events with trolling, and it didn't make sense to do them anymore. That's not a good idea. Not going to help. Bagel Goose, what you're saying doesn't apply. So I appreciate you trying to think of ideas. What you're saying does not apply to my situation. So.
What? Playing with people?
Right, so,
you can't do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the month
do
of
a
March,
smash tourney. There you go. There's a good marathon.
Impending
Do a
tax
smash
that's
tourney.
happening, okay.
And
Let your
play with a bunch of people
buy something for my Teespring
that are your fans.
Those are the 3 ways you can help. I need as much help as possible because I know I'm going to owe a ridiculous amount of taxes. I just know it. I know I'm going to owe a giant amount of taxes, plus late fees and interest for not paying any taxes over 2018. And you know, there will be events. There will be a marathon and a retrospective event, both special events where there'll be kind of like rallies for support and we'll running totals, you know, of what we can raise during those events. So those would be great times if you're thinking, what's the perfect time for me to do it? Those would work. Although any day you just drop by a stream and you want to contribute is also much appreciated.
But dude,
okay?
playing video games live is the hard
And
stuff.
it's okay.
And then
It's
the
very
5 would
simple.
be easy.
If you cannot do those things and you still want to cheer and sub to the channel, that's great. That you can still do that. That helps me long term. It's not going to help me with taxes, but it'll still help me long term. The reason why I'm not doing a sub goal for the month of March is this simple. I need to push people towards the funding that's going to help me with my taxes. I need people to pledge to Patreon, buy things for
tips,
Teespring.
everybody.
I do a sub goal, not pushing them towards another funding method. That's not going to help me with this thing I need to take care of right away, okay? That's why there's no sub goal in March, but it will return in April. Okay.
It would really
All right,
happen.
guys, well,
He got another
I guess that's
0% interest credit card for 18 months.
And I told you about the situation.
They can put everything onto that.
Tomorrow. So just so you guys know, tomorrow is going to be this Toe Jam and Earl game. If I can buy it, I'm going to try right now. And the return of Black Ops 4 Blackout. Okay? Hope to see you all tomorrow for a fun full day of streaming. If you can't make it by tomorrow, you know, I'll be streaming. Oh my god!
The fuck was that?
That was not what I meant to click on. That was completely inadvertent. I did not mean to click on that at all. That was a mistake. I didn't mean to click on that. But anyway, yes, I'll be streaming tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday before I have a day off. So hope to see you at least sometime this weekend. All right, everyone. Thank you very much. Have a good night. I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace out.
Every day is a day off. You don't work. You don't do anything. Well, with that, I think my new little project is going to be... Actually, I have now 2 projects. I'm actually working on a script for a video for Memology. He can't upload videos, but he can live stream. His issue is his internet sucks. He can't live stream from home because his internet sucks. So, I've done it before with him where I will live stream through his channel, but on my computer, my internet and all that, so I can actually do it. I'm actually working on a World of Lolcows with Amberlyn Reed, Chris Chan, Mundane Matt, Wings of Redemption, Review Tech USA, DSP, George Center. Like, I want to get at least 10 Lolcows. Be like, the location, Renton, Washington. The Lolcow, DSP, Darkside Phil, Phil Burnell, Dave Bennett, the Pig Roach. No matter what you call it, it is still a pile of shit. But I'm going to try to do that through his channel. So maybe on Monday, I'm still messaging him, messaging back and forth, trying to figure out what day would work. Because it's probably going to be a couple hours, so I want to, not worry about, oh shit, I got to end this video, I got to go to work. So I want to do it on my day off. My next day off is Monday. And I've been working on a script. So actually, I can actually read it off and not be trying to do it from memory. Alright, I'll show that. But that selfies is disgusting. I need to bring up paint. I don't even know how you got this selfie of DSP, dude. This is something he was sending to Cat. Yeah, that works. We go with this image. Guys, brace yourself. What you're about to see is absolutely disgusting. Oh my god. Ah. Goddamn. But yeah, so yeah, I want to do that event, special project, whatever, on Memeology's channel. But I think right now, while I cook, take a shower and all that, I'm gonna get that video, cut out all the ums. Oh shit, I can't just download it, can I? Probably not. I know, like, other people can, like, download videos, but I don't know how you do that. Probably have to have YouTube Red or something. Save. No, that just goes to playlists. Alright, well, I guess I record this. And just cut out all the Alright. Well, thank you guys for watching. As always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have a wonderful day.